What up? What up, y'all? This is your boy Cool McCain. Special episode, Royal Rumble preview, Monarchs of Wrestling. And of course, I got with me my guy, as always, Playmaker. Playmaker, what up? Playmaker, we can't hear you. You on mute?
What's good? What's good? Rolling WrestleMania. We here. It's time to rock and roll. And you see, I got the hat turned forward. You know what that means.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We're gonna do something a little different today. We're gonna freak him with the wild background. You know what I'm saying? Special occasions, special happenings. Ladies and gentlemen, WrestleMania, as my coach said, the road is here. Royal Rumble tonight, and it's gonna be crazy. But before we can talk about the Royal Rumble, before we can talk about Raw and SmackDown, there is only one place that I personally believe that we can start the show. And that is with the habitual happenings of one Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I feel like we need to address it. So, Playmaker, if you would, any thoughts that you have on this, please share them with the public.
The one thing I'm gonna say is I am happy he officially stepped down.
That is fair.
Like, yes, you can't even come back. Like, you can't come back. That's like
there's no coming back.
Yes, yeah, you can't come back. That's just. And I have a feeling you've done so much stuff over all these years when you was in charge and nobody could touch you, that nobody's scared no more. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna bring in something else into this, even though we're talking wrestling.
Let's go.
I think Cat Williams has allowed everybody to speak freely and no longer be scared.
I like that thought. I'll go one further. So, Steve, so I've been doing some research on this, right? And see what happened is, and there's going to be more. This ain't it. So what happened was these things were happening. One Vincent McMahon was wilding out, but what he was doing was he was hitting people with NDAs and then paying them. So they were getting stipends to not come out and verbalize what was happening, or they could be in breach of those NDAs. But the NDAs were for World Wrestling Entertainment Incorporated, not TKO Holdings. So once everything switched over, they found loopholes to be able to come out and put this stuff out in the public eye. Now, I do also agree that the courage to do so came from Cat Williams, because I think once he came out and started outing people, we started to see other people get outed, right? We saw Cassie come out with the whole Diddy situation. I didn't get too much into that either, but it's all along the same lines of like controlling women, trafficking, sexual behaviors, all kind of wild stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think we're going to see a lot more people start to come out in these situations if they're not bound by agreements where they can get themselves in trouble. Because you sign these agreements because you're scared. You're bullied into signing it. But once you sign it, it's signed. So, I think we're going to see all of it come out. And we're going to get a good idea of the person that Vince McMahon was since the 80s and 90s. And I'm sure there's been...
And you live in fear the whole time, too.
Uh-huh. And I'm sure that in the 80s and 90s and on up, not just Vince, but I'm sure there was a lot of wrestlers that were reaping the benefits, so to speak, of what was happening, right? So a lot of things are going to come to light. I've heard rumors that Brock Lesnar is implicated in this, Chris Jericho, and other people. So we're going to see if that's true once everything comes out. There is a long document. I have not had a chance to read the entirety, but I have seen some of it. And it's bad. And the level of detail, bro, like we talk about people lying. When people lie about things, they don't give you detail. They kind of keep it as general as possible because they don't want to give the details, because you can come back and trip them up with the details. This is not that case. This is laid out on a platter for you. This is there. This is for you to see. It looks bad. It looks really bad.
And the funny thing is, people were posting little stuff on social media. They posted something when CM Punk and Vince had the backstage segment.
Mm-hmm.
And CM Punk said all the stuff that he said, and we thought it was cute and funny. Not no more.
Cute and funny now, right?
Not no more.
So we have a comment here, sir.
Oh, my sister.
I know you would like that one.
As my sister, you know, she's finally able to watch her little bro talk some wrestling.
Cool. Hello, sister. We're glad to have you watching. So
the funny thing is, my sister is finally watching this. I don't know if my brother can be watching because he's actually in St. Pete right now.
A word? Okay. So we also had a report that came out that this was the reason that Shane is no longer part of WWE, is because he being Vince wanted Shane to follow along the same footsteps, and Shane was like, "Nah, bro." And he felt like Shane would come around. So finally, Shane only stayed as long as he did because he didn't want Vince to go unchecked, and he knew when nobody else was gonna really stop him. But then it got to a point where Shane was just like, I can't do this no more, so he left. And people thought it was because he didn't get the CEO role when Linda left, but it wasn't that. It was just that things were getting so bad behind the scenes they didn't even have a relationship for a long time. I don't know if they still do or not, but yeah, it's been crazy.
The evil deeds of the father did not go to the son.
For once, a lot of times they do, but not this time. So that's a positive, right? And all this, that's a positive. I will say that's a positive. That Shane's a stand-up dude, and he was not going to be part of that, even though Vince was trying to bring him into it. So shout out to him for being a stand-up dude. But like I said, man, any other comments on this?
It's been crazy, but real quickly, it's funny. It's a funny time we had this happen though, because you remember earlier this week we had other news. The Rock is part of the board of TKO, and I believe he has full right over the name The Rock.
He does.
So it's funny how this happened all in 1 week.
And to be clear, Vince McMahon did resign from TKO Holdings. He was the chairman. He resigned, so he's no longer part of TKO Holdings.
No, he resigned from all positions.
Well, that's what I mean, because everything he had was with TKO. Because TKO owns WWE now. Yeah. Like WWE is just a brand. It's not like its own entity anymore.
No, people say, well, they're probably hear you say he resigned from TKO and they'll still have the name.
But yeah, TKO is the brand now, y'all.
He's resigned from all.
Yeah, of it. He's not part of anything. So, what precipitated this move was Slim Jim. The information came out. Slim Jim said, we're not supporting you. And they pulled their support for this pay-per-view.
And the thing is, that was the only one because you still got Cricket. You still got PlayStation. They still got the sponsorship for the movie Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Slim Jim was the only one that pulled.
But sometimes when you start down that path, if you continue down that path, other people like, all right, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that too. And I'm sure that they did not want that to happen. So they say, you know what? Let's go ahead and make this move now. Let's get Vince up out of here. Tell him, hey, you go ahead and resign. We'll give you some nice windfalls. Because, he's not walking out with no money. Like, let's not play that. His severance package is bomb. But he's no longer there. He's no longer a part of it. He's no longer a face. He's no longer a problem. And that's what we needed to happen. That's happened. We've gotten rid of one of the big problems in wrestling. One that we knew about for a while, but we didn't have people coming out and providing those truths. Now that people are quote unquote living their truths, stuff is coming out. And like I said, I don't believe this is the end. We're going to see more. And I'm going to be very interested what ends up happening to him once all this stuff comes out.
Yeah, at the same time, I think Vince was at the end anyway.
Yeah, he was at the end. It's funny how stuff didn't start coming out until we got to the end of Vince, right? Because he's been in power for a long time. But I guess better late than never. Like I said, man, I think that switch is what did it. And as Playmaker would say, I'm gonna say my big bro, the homie Wise. And I know Playmaker would say Wise all in the building. What up, Wise?
Hey, Wise should be on here.
He really should. I ain't say it though. I ain't say it.
I said it.
I ain't say it.
I know Wise is a busy man though, so I ain't gonna
He
say
is.
too much.
That brother
Wise
is
Wise is
that brother be on the grind, work and the grind. But we know about that too. Oh, and then we got the boy Damien in the building. What up, Damien? Damien says Vince is still kind of a problem with Bruce Pritchard is in the company, still Indy Nick Khan, who are his snitch. Uh-oh. You done did it up. We gonna get the big homie might slide in with us for a bit.
Hey man, if I can't get Cole Johnson, and shout out to the mother-in-law of Cole Johnson, happy birthday.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday. That's the only reason why Cole is not with us, because
Yeah,
you gotta celebrate the birthdays, okay? Especially the mothers and mother-in-laws. You gotta celebrate those. Got to do
you
those.
do. You do have to do those. You want to make sure that you're in good standing with the right people. So got to make the right moves. That's a smart decision.
So if we can't get Cole Johnson, give me Wise, okay?
Both would be the best, but we'll take one. All right,
that's that. So we got the news is all out the way, and hey, those of you watching, when we get to the Rumble card, give us your predictions, okay? Because we giving you our predictions today. All right.
Yes, sir.
Now we're gonna go into the week recap, the homegrown week that was WWE. First off, Monday Night Raw. By the way, before we get started, cool. I know how you are when you get to these type of weeks when it's before the big show. Did they do you right this week? Before
they did me right.
They did you right.
They did me right.
You gotta make sure they did you right.
I feel like they did me right. I feel like they did me right.
Gotta make sure they did you right, okay?
Yes,
Monday Night Raw. First of all, ATF, where my sister resides at, phenomenal job opening the show. We all was waiting on Seth Rollins, and y'all gave that man a standing ovation. So kudos to the ATL crowd. First and foremost. Seth Rollins. We knew what was coming. Me and Ku already said it's he's having a lot of injuries, okay?
Yep. Your sister wanted to let you know that she was there, by the way.
she trust me, if WWE's in Atlanta, she ain't missing.
I ain't mad at her.
She ain't missing. I can guarantee you, she ain't missing. If it's in Atlanta, unless the kids got something going on outside of that, she ain't missing it.
I ain't mad at it.
Now, we already knew the reports, the MCL, along with the back. We knew it. We wanted to see where WWE and someone was going to go with this. And of course, they went the babyface way. Seth Rollins going to do whatever he got to do from now until Philly to make sure he's ready. He ain't going to be 100%. But he said he's walking in that building. He's walking to your stadium, sir, with that title. And he plans on leaving your stadium with that title. Now, of course, that's just babyface talk. But the real thing is he's trying to walk into your stadium with that title, sir. Your thoughts?
So I love the route that they went. I would have just took the belt off of him. But I understand, because he's such a face, he's so loved by the fans. Everybody like to sing his song, do all that, right? You want everything you can to try to get that to WrestleMania. I don't think it's going to happen, right? I was looking up some information. MCLs normally take, at the bottom, quickest 3 to 4 months to heal. So I don't think that that's going to happen. But I think they're at least allowing the story to continue. Plus, as we'll get into, they started adding some other elements in, just some contingencies in case he can't go. And I do like that. And also, one of the things that about this I really loved was the fact that you had Gunther come out, right? Because now, as soon as Gunther come out, what happens? Oh, it's going to be Gunther. Gunther's going to win the Royal Rumble. We have to remember something. We have to pump our brakes on that because Gunther still has to finish, quote unquote, his story with the Intercontinental Championship. And those two are not going to entwine. He's going to have to be rid of the Intercontinental Championship before his story to being champion starts. And it's not going to be at WrestleMania. Gunther Marks, it's not. What should happen at WrestleMania? This won't happen, but what should happen? Jey Uso should go over Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. That's what should happen at WrestleMania. Jay wants a singles title. He should get that one, and then everybody should start coming after Jay. Because you was in the bloodline. Then all of a sudden that story gets repeated over and over and over and over again. But it's the right way to go to keep relevancy on the Intercontinental Championship. You've had Gunther have the all-time greatest reign. How are you gonna pay it off? Who better than Jay? Main event Jey Uso. Come on now, talk to me.
Okay. Yeah, he did. Gunther did come out there. Had some pleasant words with Seth Rollins. Pleasant words with Seth Rollins, you know. I like what Triple H is doing here. Even though you're a heel, you can give praises and flowers to the guy that you're facing across. I like that. It's not always you got to do heel stuff to stay a heel.
Right.
People just don't like Gunther because he's beating everybody. He just keeps winning. Give him his flowers, but he let him know right to his face. I will win the Royal Rumble, and I'm coming for you. And when I do come for you, your injured leg is going to be a target. Your injured back is going to be a target. Pretty much the more I'm going to break you to take your title away from you. Which is simply how Seth Rollins has been running his title reign. You basically have to break him to win that title. So I actually like that route.
Okay.
Because it did get to that point where you have to break him.
So we're going to go ahead and introduce you guys to Mr. Wise all himself. Wise in the building. What up, big homie?
What's going on, man?
Glad to have you on, man. Glad to have you on.
Pleasure's mine. Pleasure's mine. Anytime I get to link out too.
You in the comments is cool, but you on the show is even better. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. Sir, real quickly, your thoughts on Gunther and Seth Rollins.
Hold up. Before we go any further, love the chop job, my dude. Love the chop job.
Yeah, I had to go with a new, fresh look for this year.
I feel it. Not mad at you. Floor is yours, sir.
Oh man, that Gunther Seth piece was pretty good, man. The fact that Gunther was showing Seth his proper respect and it's gonna make for an interesting storyline. I'm excited. I'm waiting for the Rumble. I want to see who's gonna appear today. Is Trinity Fatu, FKA Naomi, coming back? Is Mercedes back? Okada's a free agent. So many different things, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the Rumble. That's what we're gonna get to the Rumble. So,
yeah.
We're gonna kick it off with that. And we're gonna continue forward with another face-off. A face-off that everybody's looking forward to, including Mr. Cool McCain himself. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk in the same ring at the same time.
Ooh, that was exciting. That was exciting.
Wise, go ahead, talk about it.
Listen, just the fact how Cody held his own, right? Everybody gonna be like, hey, CM Punk, but Cody held his own, and to come back with what he came back with was when he was like, I'm more the American. When CM came out and said, I'm more the American dream than you are. And when Cody responded with, well, you inspired me to do great things. I've done this, whatever he said. And he says, that makes me more CM Punk than you are. And I thought it was so true.
Mm-hmm.
It was so true with what he was saying. And the fact that I don't care what they say that they have writers. I'm sure these Cody and CM Punk have an input in what they're gonna say.
Right.
Yeah.
So all this stuff about AEW gives you more free control and all that. I think if you've earned your position, I think they kind of let you roll with what you're gonna roll with. That's so to say that you're limited on what you can do, I doubt it, because some of these promos that these guys are coming up with, they're real a lot of it is based on reality, on a lot of the circumstances that are going on in their life. So I'm loving it. I love the face down. It was good. It was great, man. It's going to show you what this new year of WWE is going to bring, man. I'm excited for the road to WrestleMania. It's going to be so much fun. You coming to Philly?
You know I am.
I would, but that's like
by hook or crook. I'm gonna be there.
Y'all got to be there without me, because that's right around the time my sister's birthday, and got to be at the party. There's no negotiation on that.
She should just have a WrestleMania party.
Cool.
Sister, you should just have a WrestleMania party. Everybody go to WrestleMania.
Cool. This what you, no matter what happened this week, this is the one thing you was waiting on the whole week.
Yes, it was.
Go ahead.
It really was. So before I go, let me throw up Damien's comments. So Damien says, I also wouldn't be shocked that Triple, I guess he was saying H and HBK, didn't know anything at all, especially Triple H, since he's married into the family. So they discussed that in the report, and Vince was only grooming Shane for it, so no one else knew the extent. Like, they may have known that he was wilding out, but not to the extent that he was. Damien also says WWE should have taken the belt off of Seth and had the Rumble match for the title. So before I talk about Cody and CM Punk, do you guys have any thoughts on that comment from Damien?
Nah.
No. It's like what are they gonna base it on, that he can't compete? Well, Roman don't compete every month. It's like we'll go a month and a half, 2 months without seeing Roman compete. So
Roman was gone for like 4 months.
Yeah, so to give him the opportunity to work his way back to try the main event, why not give him he's earned that. He's earned that with the way he's carried the company in the past, with what the work he's doing this past year. You give your horses the opportunity to prove that they can do it. So I wouldn't have taken the belt off of him.
You always have the fallback. You never take the belt off somebody when you got a Money in the Bank winner sitting there with a contract. Mm-hmm. So worst case scenario, you have a fallback if you need to get the belt off in between now and WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So it's actually good that they waited. Also, Yolanda says not this year. I feel it. You would have had to plan it out a lot earlier. But for me, man, I'm sitting, on the couch, just waiting. Right? I'm kind of playing with my phone because I'm like, whatever they about to do, like a garbage match. They say up next, Cody and CM Punk. I say, what? Phone go down, turned over, maybe put my phone down. So then I'm waiting to come out, everything, shake hands. They start off, a little friendly. I'm like, this ain't gonna last. They get into the promo. You start seeing like the moments where things start to change. Right? Then CM Punk hits him with that. I'm like, ooh. Because Roman did something similar about, Dusty would be ashamed of you, and Cody snapped. But he didn't snap this time. He came back. Came back with his own shot. Go ahead.
It wasn't that he made it sound like he was ashamed of him. He just said, I'm the son he always wanted. That's what Roman said. So
yeah, but I mean,
I know.
Yeah,
they both
insinuations there.
They both stuck him with the little jab your dad mentor us, and
when Roman did it though, he did it leading up. He was like, because Roman was taking shots. Period.
Yeah,
he
Roman
put both titles down. Did you ever compete for that one?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more shots taken.
Did you ever compete for this one?
Yeah.
And let's not forget, CM Punk went a little bit down that route too when he was talking about never been a world champion, right?
Yeah.
Here. And you still looking for one. So he went a little bit down that route. He stuck a couple of jabs in there. But I liked it because it was true.
But those are the two biggest things that are held against Cody's, that the fact he's he's main event in WrestleMania, but he hasn't won the big one. And that was the thing with Dusty. He never won the big one in WWE. He's won it in NWA. Right. He won it, but to win the WWE one, that would be the icing on the cake for that family.
And I want to say the best thing that CM Punk said to me was what switched it when he said, You're gonna be a future champion. You're gonna win, but not now. I was like, oh, you about to go there. You about to go there. So before I go any further, I gotta leave something for Playmaker to talk about. So Playmaker, will throw it over to you, sir.
So I'm loving this. So now, because like you said, when Gunther came out, everybody started thinking, oh, Gunther's gonna win, Gunther's gonna win. When that promo happened, oh, it's gonna be CM Punk and Cody at WrestleMania. I'm like, hold on. Then I had to think about it. I'm like, there's a lot of variables going on right about now. The Rock is on the board, and he already challenged Roman.
Did he really though?
Oh no, that was a challenge. That was a challenge. You know The Rock. You know how The Rock is.
Let me swing it this way. Was it a WrestleMania challenge or was it a foreboding challenge?
We just don't know. But it was a challenge. It was a challenge. We just don't know when the challenge is going to take place. But that was a challenge. And then all of a sudden you see Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and they shots fired on both sides. Good Lord. I'm like,
and then you seen Drew McIntyre, shots fired at Punk, shots fired back. You seen Seth Rollins, shots fired at Punk, shots fired back. But I will say that I respect that CM Punk walked away from Seth and said, I'm gonna give you this one time. Because they're gonna get back together in that ring. And when they get back together in that ring, he gonna let himself. I'm gonna love it.
I like how Cody Rhodes and CM Punk didn't strike each other, but they literally touched faces like,
oh yeah,
I want to.
They teased it. It's coming.
Oh, that's what you can hear the crowd on edge like, oh, is they gonna do it? Is they gonna fight? Is they gonna fight?
I was too. I ain't gonna lie. I was so like, I was like, hit him, Cody. Hit him.
But man, we gonna swing when we get to the men's Warrior Rumble match. I'm gonna swing a question around Cody Rhodes. This question has to be asked, but when we get there. Now, finally, to close out Monday Night Raw, we gotta talk Judgment Day. There's some tension going on in Judgment Day right now.
There it is.
I'm gonna put this out there. Now there is a 60 to 70% chance Mommy's not keeping that title after WrestleMania. Depending on who it is, that number is starting to climb in my mind now. Because what they are showing, I think they're showing like the weight of Judgment Day is starting to wear down on them.
I love
Mommy.
it, man. I'm loving it. I love the R-Truth aspect of it. I'm loving the Judgment Day right now. Like everything that's going on with the conflict with Finn Judgment Day, with R-Truth and his. I've missed R-Truth. Honestly, he's always gives you that comic relief, and he's just wonderful at what he does, man. So the fact that he's out there bootlegging Judgment Day stuff and then giving them their cut, and I thought all that was hilarious, man.
Very hilarious.
To add all that, and then to cause Damien the match, it's just so many things going on within Judgment Day that it's about to boil over.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, cool, your man R2, he's a marked man now. He's a marked man now.
Hey man, he can't be marked, man.
He's a marked man now. I'm just saying.
They can't mark him. It's supposed to be love. Judgment Day is all about love. They can't mark him.
Well, when you got Senior Money in the Bank was about to get rid of Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that's gonna be
that's my
support. That's gonna be a problem.
That my thing is, okay, you wanna kind of I just think when you make Damien lose, right, you take the value out of the Money in the Bank contract. So, if anyway, it should have ended more in like a draw or something or big DQ. But for him to get in, to me, it just loses value as far as the Money in the Bank contract. And
I disagree because how they did it. If R-Truth
Well,
wasn't
R-Truth
being
was-
R-Truth wasn't being R-Truth.
Yeah, I think that saves it for me, right? If you don't have that, I think I 1,000% agree. Not say that I disagree. I would like to see him win big matches. He's gonna be
Yeah.
Mr. Money in the Bank because if we believe he's gonna beat Champ, how is he gonna handle any big matches if he always loses? He's got to win some of them. And I
And I
don't really
love Damian
remember.
Priest right now. I think
I get you. I get
he's
y'all
one
with
of the
that. But
hottest
here's my
dudes
thing.
on the brand. So
If you really looked at the match, Damian Priest actually controlled the match more than I
Yeah,
thought.
but
He
it's
would.
all about who gets the 1, 2, 3 though. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I get that, but that's why I said if R2 wasn't being R2, then yeah, I'm right in line with y'all.
Yeah,
But R2
but
was being R2, so
yeah,
that does save it, but this is a pattern. You know what I'm saying? Priests don't win the big matches. So he's got to start to win some if you want to do anything to build him up. He's even a threat with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
You ain't just gonna come out and jump everybody and win the briefcase. But let me give y'all a quick scenario on how they can fix this whole Money in the Bank briefcase thing in 2 minutes. All right, we get to a week or two before WrestleMania. They realize Seth is not gonna be back, right? So he's gonna come out, talk about how he's gonna try to perform and blah blah blah. You know, it's gonna be the same old stick. It's gonna switch up a little bit, but it's gonna be the same old thing. You hear Judgment Day's music play. They start coming from different angles. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's not gonna be successful again because Drew McIntyre." Oh, we gotta go to the back. Go to the back. Drew McIntyre's laid out in the back, so he's out of the equation. They hit that ring. Seth Rollins gets a quick 2-minute beat down. He gets hit in the face with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Briefcase gets handed over. He cashes in. He wins. And not only does he win, but after he wins, the rest of Judgment Day still around the ring. He goes and gets 2 cheers. And he gives Seth Rollins the work. He works that back and that knee. Seth Rollins can go on, take his break. He's out of the equation. He's got a built-in reason to come after Damian Priest or whoever's the champ when he comes back, or both of them. Damian Priest could be his warm-up because he ain't gonna still be the champ by the time Seth Rollins get back. We know that. To the next thing. That would be the way that I would fix it. If he can't do that.
Why wouldn't you let him be the champ?
Well, Seth's gonna have to be out. Yeah, but Seth's gonna have to be out for a few months, and they're not gonna keep the belt on Damian Priest for a few months. They're gonna let him get a little 3-4 month run. But if Seth takes this break with the backhand and knee, he gonna be out for a minute. He's gonna probably be out about half a year or something. You know what I'm saying? Just to let everything heal up.
especially like
And I don't think they're gonna.
that back was gonna be for like a long time.
Right, and I don't think they're gonna keep the belt on Priest that long. I wouldn't mind if they did, but I don't think they are. That would be my way to fix that. Let me hit these comments real quick, y'all. So Damien says that Cody and Punk promo was one of the best promo I ever seen. It almost gave me chills. The only thing I wish they would have done is added something about AEW. That's where I was gonna go. Thank you for going there, Damien, because they were both in AEW. Well, quote unquote AEW.
I'm actually kind of glad they did because I'm getting tired. I was getting tired of AEW. I was putting in WWE. I'm like, let's stop this.
But see, because of how quote unquote valuable they were supposed to be to AEW, I wouldn't have minded if they would have slid something in there. Not naming AEW, but saying the other place. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I would have liked that because they were both marquee names when they were there.
Well, they kind of. That's where what the thing what Cody was saying was, I left and I changed the wrestling world like how you intended to change it. You know what I'm saying I felt he really kind of touched on it. I'm not really touching on it, but and we all know what he meant. Like, he did change the wrestling business. Him, the Young Bucks, and Omega doing what they did, sell out an event in minutes. And then from that, launch a wrestling company to compete with the biggest company in the world.
So I do feel what you're saying, but I felt like he was more referring to when CM Punk quit on WWE.
Yes.
And then he picked it up, did his thing, and then he left WWE. And he went because CM Punk was talking about going out and being independent. You know, the pipe bombs. He go out, he don't need a WWE, blah blah blah, and all that.
And that's what Cody did.
And Cody followed that pattern, right?
That Cody followed what Punk said to the T.
But right? I think Cody went even further because Punk pretty much stopped it at, I can go do it. But I think Cody took it further, and I would like him to acknowledge in some way, shape, or form the fact that he even put more on top of what CM Punk was talking about doing.
Yeah,
he followed what you did, but then I did even more.
And that's why he said he was more CM Punk than CM Punk.
But CM Punk would never start a promotion because CM Punk has no business sense.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Cody changed the business.
He did.
Can't no one say that what Cody did and what the Young Bucks did and what Kenny Omega did, they changed the landscape of wrestling. They are now out there 3 major companies out competing because I watch TNA. I enjoy TNA.
Oh yeah,
I prefer actually watching TNA than AEW sometimes.
Depending on how they do Cody, I'm gonna prefer watching both of them over WWE. I told y'all WWE, play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want to. I will wait and watch it on somebody's bootleg thing the day after, so you don't get any ratings or anything for it. Play with me. Damien also says they took the bet off of Finn after he won it. I don't see why they couldn't do the same themselves. So I just want to say to Damien real quick, and then y'all can have it. Damien, this is a different era, sir. That was back when they actually followed the rule of if you can't defend it after 30 days, you have to relinquish it. The Roman Reigns blew that rule away like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. So that was Monday Night Raw. That's a quick recap of Monday Night Raw, quick recap of SmackDown. Now, I'm gonna kick this off with I'm calling the Almighty Prophets. I'm gonna call them that.
That's better. That's better than the Pride.
The Almighty Prophets.
I like that name, the Almighty Prophets.
I'm calling them Almighty Prophets. They had what was supposed to be a face-to-face with what they are calling the Final Testament.
Testament.
So
Final
interesting.
Testament.
I like what they did.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing that Karrion Kross and company, the ball's in their court, not in Bobby Lashley's court. They are dictating how this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And I like how Bobby Lashley and them playing their role. Really? Like, you gonna send your lady out there? I like Karrion Kross' response though. Because Bobby didn't have a comeback for that one. I mean, the person that's in y'all face is the most beautiful woman in the world.
I mean, she is hot. I mean, we can't deny that.
Bobby didn't really have a comeback for that one.
Listen, that's gonna just bring B-Fab into this now.
Exactly.
Now that Scarlett attacked him, got on his back and distracted him, you need that woman in your faction now that's gonna offset Scarlett.
Yep.
And so that's where B-Fab, all these little snippets you see with B-Fab popping in and all that. And I would like to see that opportunity, give her the opportunity to run with the big dogs.
And the best part about it is it's 2 women who aren't great wrestlers, so the work rate's gonna be equal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna be like, oh, Scarlett's so much better than B-Fab, or B-Fab so much better than Scarlett. They're on the same level.
It's funny how you slid that in, because real quickly, there was somebody cool was calling to come into the main roster from NXT, and she showed up on SmackDown in a big way. Go ahead, cool. You've been waiting on that one.
It's not the way it should be, though.
It's not.
It's not the way it should be. So she did appear, and we're talking about Ava Ring.
Yes, she
did appear. She did help with the Royal Rumble, and she's learning from Nick Aldis.
Yeah,
but here's something I want people to keep in their back of their mind. We talk about how WWE is doing a little better long-term storytelling. This might be something that might slide me back in. right? Even if I'm done with y'all, somebody slide me back in. So we know Nick Aldis is gonna get in this ring in about the next 5 to 6 months. He's gonna get in that ring. He's the general manager to introduce him to a bigger audience than TNA and NWA, where he was at previously. So you want to bring him in, let him show he's a tough guy. We know he's a swole dude, and all that. So we're gonna be able to see the personality, and it's obviously gonna have something to do with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, or just Roman Reigns and the Bloodline's over by then. It's gonna get him in the ring. So if we're gonna get Nick Aldis in the ring, and he's teaching Ava Raine, we could end up with Ava Raine being the GM on SmackDown, and if the Bloodline's still around, working with the Bloodline. That would be status quo for what was happening before. So just want to throw that out there as something to watch to see what they're doing in the background.
That's nasty work. That's just nasty work.
That's good.
It could happen. I mean, they may not be as good as writing as me, but it could happen.
Yeah.
That's nasty work though. Good gracious. Cool.
Sometimes you got to get nasty. Sometimes your leg got to get stinking.
I want to know: is Ava really? Is she gonna stop wrestling and be more of an authority figure now? You think in the future, or does she go back?
I think it's a storyline. I think it's a storyline. I think this is a way to get her some time on the main roster before she ends up on the main roster.
Her name out there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And her dad's on the board of TKO now, so
yeah.
My baby needs a better role. That's what I'd be doing. You know what
Why? All right, now speaking with the ladies, Damage Control is starting to take over.
Division.
New WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors. Three titles from the women's division and one faction.
One more to go.
Now, before we get to that one more, Kabuki Warriors back together. They got their titles back.
I didn't like. Listen, Carter and Katana. I like them, but it's a
whole lot.
They're not to me. I prefer it on Asuka and Kairi Sane. It's just not. It wasn't doing it for me as the tag team champions. I would have preferred the Unholy Union personally. I like Isla Dawn and Alba Fire.
Yeah, that would have been. But I think that would have been too fast. Like, we need to give them a couple more matches before they lost it. And Kabuki Warriors are a big enough name where you can say, all right, they lost to the Kabuki Warriors.
I mean, now to be honest, Carter and Chance, I think they did what WWE wanted them to do. Because once they won it, you start seeing a lot of women's tag teams literally forming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we actually have a women's tag team.
Now. We have a division now, actually. And we just ain't go see somebody come out from the back and get beat up by Damage Control, and then some random friend hops out of the crowd and comes and saves them in their tag team.
So I think they did their part. They built up the tag team division. Now you put it on people who already don't like Damage Control as it is.
So what you're saying is TKO and WWE went to Carter and Chance and said, play your part.
Pretty much.
Sweet Jones.
They played their part. We have tag teams in the tag team division, and then you put it on the fraction of the women's division that people don't like anyway. So you need more reason for these tag teams to go after them now.
All right, so let's take a quick break here and just go through a couple of these comments. So when we were talking earlier, Yolanda said that was for the pictures. She was saying, I love him too. Yeah. And then Damien says, screw B-Fab, put Bianca in that faction. Bianca sells too many t-shirts, and too many young girls look up to Bianca. It's the John Cena effect.
You You can't have Bianca in a fashion. It's like you
No.
just can't.
She's a standalone star. It's this the
Yeah,
difference.
Yolanda says yes,
she's a
Bianca all day, but yeah,
standalone.
you can't do that.
Yeah, she's a standalone star by herself.
Now, I would say there's one person that you could end up putting in if she could ever learn how to wrestle properly without being so stiff, and that's Mrs. Cargill.
Hey, won't even know yet. We haven't seen her yet.
I haven't seen her in action. And well, she's probably not in training.
I mean, she is training, but the fact that she's training this long and she's already been a champ in another promotion tells you how far she needed to come.
But that
I'm
other
just saying.
promotion.
Did Triple H say
I mean, we call it the other promotion.
did Triple H say we playing the long game here?
Yeah.
He said we playing the long game, but
we're playing the long game. I
have to stop there because what I'm about to say is for later.
Listen, Royal Rumble's here.
Yes, it is. But we ain't gonna talk. We talk about the match yet.
We don't know. We don't know.
She's gonna be in this match tonight because this is perfect for where I believe she's at skill wise, and
this is perfect to introduce her to really put her, because everybody looks for that. Who's gonna show up at Royal Rumble? Like 2016 for me, AJ's entrance blew me away,
bro.
I did not expect to see AJ Styles come out. That to me was one of the most memorable Rumbles ever.
I wilded out when I saw AJ.
I like it because I remember the crowd, and I was with the crowd too. We just, okay, I am okay. Who is this person? And when it said phenomenal, that place lit up.
I lit up.
I was like, no way. That is AJ Styles. But hey, I'm just saying, we're playing the long game here, okay? Tonight's a great night to debut her officially in the ring. We did the debut at the backstages, and every one of them hit. Just giving people dream matches out this world.
Oh, listen, this division, the women's division in WWE, from NXT to Raw and SmackDown, they have some phenomenal talent. Like Yolanda mentioned, Lash Legend. Woo. She is a beast.
Woo. Listen,
have you seen this? Like Lash Legend is a mom. Like she athletic. She can do the moves.
She would fit.
She manhandles a lot of these other women.
She would fit. The only question is,
I didn't really at first. I was like, but now that I see her do the work in the ring, she's gonna be something different, man.
Let me pose a question to y'all before we'll call them the what did we say we was gonna call it? Playmaker, the Almighty Prophets. Before the Almighty Prophets are done, could we get a tag team of women in that group too? Maybe like a B-Fab and a Jade Cargill, or a B-Fab and a Lash Legend before it's over.
That would be nice.
You know what I'm saying? I think we could. Yeah, we're gonna get B-Fab. We already seen that, but she may not be the only one. But we getting her. Like they set that up for us like 3 months ago. Just like we know who else eventually is gonna be here, and we're gonna see him take a quick decline, get a little mad, get a little edge, and then we're gonna see him roll on over in here like he need to. A couple of comments real quick here, y'all. So Yolanda says Bianca all day.
Oh yeah, she's a Bianca Belair fan like me.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a Bianca fan. I am as well. Yolanda says Bayley not getting the title. That's gonna get her put out of Damage Control, but I agree. She says that's my girl too. Then, as Wise just said, I think on the same wavelength, Lash Legend. And then Yolanda agrees, Lash Legend is. So yeah, just want to throw those out there. And then
Yolanda mentions about when she picked Otis up. She picked she showed what she had when she did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. I didn't get all of them. The rest of these. So Yolanda says Trinity needs to hurry back too. Is she coming back? She says Black Girl Magic. That would be a great tag team name, Yolanda. Black Girl Magic. And then she did pick Otis up.
Hell no, when we say pick Otis up, she literally picked Otis up like
she literally
like she was one of the like a legit pickup.
Yeah,
Yes, like she was a grown man.
yeah.
Vince, Vince Joseph and Booker T didn't know what to say.
Oh, they didn't.
They sure did. And, you know, Booker T always got something to say. So people like me, wise Booker T, when you can stop us from talking, you done done something.
She got something.
Definitely. So what else you got for us on the SmackDown side, Playmaker?
Real quickly, because there was somebody else you wanted to come up to the main roster and to be a part of a fraction with Santos Escobar again.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got your wish,
Yes, I
sir.
did.
You
Yes, I
got
did.
your wish. I'm gonna give you a moment on this one.
So I'm gonna simply say, man, if you read, you got to read the tea leaves. I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid. You got to read the tea leaves, right? You got LWO kind of back together. Zelina Vega comes in and takes someone's spot, right? This was not done by Santos Escobar. This was done by WWE because they felt like she would
They
be a
needed a
better
name.
name,
They need a
Yeah.
name, yeah.
right? So that means someone else was taken out. So she decided, hey, I'm gonna pick my moment, and then they got her up there. So now we got a better tag team in Legado del Fantasma, and she's not like, I won't say she's as much as like a Rhea Ripley, but this is a powerful woman.
Yes, she is.
So having
She's
her
La
there,
Madrina. She's La Madrina for a reason, man.
right? So this was a great move, and it was a natural progression for what's happening with the LWO versus Legado del Fantasma.
You definitely improved with putting Umberto and Angel in
Exactly.
Legado. Definitely improve over Joaquin and this guy, but
Joaquin Wild and Joaquin Phoenix. They don't even sound tough. You know what I'm saying?
No. But definitely, I thought it was a mistake when they got rid of Electra the first time and went with Selena.
Yeah.
Like that kind of threw me off. But Electra Lopez being back with them is something they needed that. Santos is back to being in charge of his family, which was always, but he's like I've always wanted him to stay with have Legato and keep Legato, but they've improved it now. They've just improved with the time and bringing Electra back. So
They did a whole storyline to make a better version of Legado del Fantasma and get rid of the people that weren't as good in it. And they're better as faces. They're not tough guys. When you look at Humberto and Angel, they look like guys that could be tough guys. Cheating tough guys, but tough guys. When you look at Wild and Phoenix, they just look like two little baby faces.
They look like guys that you can't stand.
Yeah. But they'll get a job done, but at the same time, they'll do anything dirty.
They just better than you. And you can't stand it.
They're better, and to quote MJF, they're better than you, and they know it.
Like, can't stand you guys. You look good, you're in better shape, and you got it. Like,
All right, a couple more comments. Damien says, I heard Jordan Grace is going to be in the Rumble, but she just won the Impact Championship, so I doubt that's going to happen. Yolanda,
unless they got some working agreement that we don't know about. I know Mickey James, she did show up the 1 year with the Impact.
Bruh, the fact that Miami crowd knew who he was.
Yes.
Oh, you see how they
I'm telling y'all, Trick is that dude, bro.
The fact that I'm saying, because usually when you bring people up from NXT, you have the crowd, but like some people would know him, but not deep.
Now the whole crowd know. Whoop that.
The whole crowd.
Yes, sir.
But that
all I
just
needed to hear was Booker T say, "Yeah."
Listen, that just goes to show you the talent that is down there in NXT, man. Just they have some phenomenal talent. Braun Breaker, you got Whoop That. You got Trick Williams. You got him. Saying
but him is, for all intents and purposes, halfway on SmackDown already.
Yeah, you got him. You got some good guys coming up, man. You got Illinois Dragunov doing what he's doing.
The Dragunov boy, I want
I
to see
can't
that
wait.
joke on the
I'm
main
waiting for
roster.
him and Gunther to do it again.
What?
I'm waiting. I am waiting for that match one more time. They have to give it to me one more time, man. That match definitely has to happen.
Man, oh man. All right, we almost at an hour. I think it's time, gentlemen.
Let's do
It
it.
is. It is the road to the WrestleMania. The roller Philly begins in St. Pete / Tampa, Florida.
What up, Sam?
Sam, that's good.
Oh,
All right.
Sam.
My
We
man,
have a very, very light card on this one. Very light card. And it might work to the benefit of WWE, to be honest. So
Agreed.
which match you got up first, sir?
The first match has got to be the United States Championship match. That's got to be the first match.
Logan Paul, I think his first defense as United States champion against the past fighter himself, KO Kevin Owens. Now, this match is a lot more personal now. Because these guys, while not being on camera, are trying to fight each other. Did you have to see
And just
that?
to be clear, not being on camera.
I mean on television camera.
Yeah.
You happen to see that? Wise.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
We have beef going into tonight. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and start this off. I've been a little back and forth with it, 'cause, you know, like Cool said, you gotta be able to read the tea leaves and stuff. But in a match like this, you have to see both sides, okay? Logan Paul first defense as United States champion, and he's fully signed with WWE, by the way. This is not one of those other celebrities who does a couple of matches and goes on. He's fully signed with WWE. So you got that. Then you got Kevin Owens. Everybody loves Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens was the one who actually took the United States title to another level when he beat John Cena for it. Can we agree with that one?
Yeah.
Kevin always does great work. So yeah.
Here's my issue here. I looked at both sides. I'm like, I'm at a point where WWE can't go wrong either way. So it's almost like a pick 'em. And for my history of watching wrestling, and this is a different dynamic with Logan Paul, I think Logan Paul retains the United States Championship. By hook, by crook, I don't care. He just gonna retain it.
Well, they've always given us the way that it's going to happen. They've already told us exactly what's going to happen. All we had to do was watch. He gonna hit Kevin Owens with that punch. Kevin Owens gonna get up. He gonna freak out, and then he gonna go after that arm because he's goaded Kevin Owens into not wearing a cast. That's how he's gonna beat Kevin Owens by crook, but he's still gonna win the match.
2 for Paul. Wise.
Yeah.
What you got, Logan Paul or Kevin Owens? Who leads tonight, United States champion?
Logan Paul has surprised me with what he's capable of doing in that ring. I would love to see Kevin Owens win it, but I think they're trying to set up a big match for Logan Paul at WrestleMania, and so I think he retains it. There's some names out there that are that'll be exciting to see him compete against. I'd love to see Melo go after him. Who knows? There's a couple of guys on SmackDown that might be interesting. Santos, of course, try to build up Legato. So you got a lot of people, you can really match him up very well with the next couple of months. So I as much as I would like to see Kevin Owens win, I think Logan Paul goes over and he's lined up for a big match at WrestleMania.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, my says I know you can't stand him, but
Well, let me go ahead and throw these comments up. So Yolanda says, can't stand Logan Paul and I hope he loses. That's why he's going to win, Yolanda, unfortunately.
They're not paying him. They're not paying him $5 million to stay home and not.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not paying him $5 million to lose. Seriously.
Yeah. You ain't. Oh, my sister didn't know. Yeah, Logan Paul signed with WWE.
Damian Wild, man. He talking about KO wins with the help of Ray. Damian Ray is like off TV recovering from the litany of injuries that he suffered at the hands of Santos Escobar. Meaning he old and he hurt and he need time off.
I know when Ray come back, he going straight for Santos.
Yeah, he coming back. He ain't thinking about nobody but Santos.
All right, it's a clean sweep for Mr. Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
If you had on your bingo card, there you go.
That was the easiest one to pick.
next on the docket, I'm pretty sure. So next on the docket, I'm just going ahead and let's go ahead and talk about the WWE Universal Championship match.
So first of all, why is it still called the WWE Universal Champion? Side note, but it gets on my nerves.
It's because they're the Universal Champion and the other one's the World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, remember it was the Universal
Universal World Heavyweight Championship. Yes. Yeah. But since they separated them.
Well, the undisputed Universal Championship just gets on my nerves because it's not undisputed anymore. There's another champion.
It's the Universal Champion, yes.
Yeah, but see, they're still building it as undisputed.
Well, technically it is. He didn't get pinned for it.
He really didn't.
But it should just be.
He didn't get pinned for it.
It's not undisputed anymore and also, let's also remember this. He never beat Seth Rollins while he had it. He never beat Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that was a DQ. That was a DQ finish.
You know what I'm saying he can't beat Seth Rollins.
But I will say this: Seth Rollins.
McCoffey.
McCoffey in the building.
What's up?
Appreciate you checking us out, man.
Hey Ryan, what you got? Logan Paul, Kevin Owens tonight. That's the one you already did. We're on the WWE undisputed Universal Championship match. Fatal 4-way. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way so Cool can push his favorite button. You have the megastar himself, Mr. L.A. Knight. Versus the phenomenal AJ Styles versus the Viper Randy Orton and versus the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. Wise, I'm gonna start with you.
Hold on, before you go, I got froze. Hold on, before you go.
Acknowledge me.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, as you can see, I'm from my haircut. I'm inspired by the Viper. I would love for the Viper to win, but we all know Roman Reigns is going to be there at WrestleMania to face the Great One. So.
My man said I have the Randy Orton inspired haircut.
I do. Yeah, look at my hair.
The thing is, it's true. That's what makes it funny. That's what makes it funny.
I'm not.
That's why we couldn't say nothing.
Yeah. McCarthy says Logan Paul by DQ.
Logan Paul by DQ.
He says KO by DQ, but Logan retains. So yeah. And then Yolanda says her tribal chief will still be champion. Your tribal chief will still be champion. But yeah, Randy, I like Randy. I'm a big LA Knight fan. But yeah, the tribal chief is gonna win. It's like, I mean, he probably ain't even gonna lose at WrestleMania. So I think what we've had happen is because they've interjected the Rock, one or two things will happen. It may not even be a championship match at WrestleMania because they'll need a championship match to have the Rock and Roman Reigns. But we're gonna push Cody another 6 months to SummerSlam once he breaks the record for Hulk Hogan before Cody can win the belt.
So you saying they wanna get rid of Hogan from the record books?
I do believe so, just like they did with Honky Tonk Man. And I mean, hey, if you Roman Reigns, why not? I only got to wrestle once every 4 months.
Well, I think this is another clean sweep because go ahead and press that soundbite again because like I'm not.
Acknowledge me.
This is where Roman Reigns wants y'all to know.
Yeah, I'm not going against Tribal Chief. I'm just not. I love matter of fact, I love all four guys. By the way, I love all four of them.
I like this darker AJ Styles. This is like, I like this version better. And AJ Styles swole, bro. What was he putting in them arms?
Him and Randy must have been working out because they working around.
CM Punk too.
They came back swolled up.
CM Punk too. He was on the go for like 2 months, and all of a sudden he in WWE. Didn't we just see you 2 months ago in AEW? What the heck?
Yolanda says yes, they do. You have to acknowledge him. So McCarthy says, I'm gonna call Wise El Vibora until his hair comes back in.
I don't know. I might start rocking this haircut for a while, McCarthy. So
I guess you're gonna be El Vibora for a long time then, sir.
That's the Viper in Spanish for y'all that I don't know.
Yes, they don't know. Yes,
it works. I mean, hey, we all love Randy Orton. Like seeing Randy Orton on our screen, we is not gonna complain whatsoever.
Damien, I'm not even gonna say no. So I'm just gonna put your comment.
Bruh.
Why do I have a feeling Jacob?
He's on roll. He's on roll right now. So we don't know. It might happen.
Bruh.
Yeah, because he's working with Booker T in reality wrestling.
I guarantee you this. If Jacob Fatu shows
all four.
Yeah. If Jacob Fatu shows up tonight, be on this show on Monday. Because Cool is gonna have a blast on Monday. If Jacob Fatu shows up tonight, he's gonna have a blast. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna sit here. Just telling you. If Jacob Fatu shows up tonight, Cool gonna be having a blast that whole Monday show.
Who are notable free agents out there? Who are notable free agents right now that can show up? Like seriously, who? And you know, there's always one person showing up. Like there's always one.
Really, the only major one is Mercedes.
Well, Trinity, we don't know if she's gonna go to AEW or come here, so you could kind of count her.
We know she's not going to AEW. Let's be.
She might go over there with Paige.
Let me tell you this. Cool. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you why I didn't bring her up, and I'm gonna tell you why we don't know what Mercedes has done yet. It's because of Trinity.
Damien, perfect. Okada, that is true.
Oh,
Okada, the Rainmaker. He could show up.
I think Okada's AEW bound. This is my feeling. I think he's AEW.
I do too, but he's a free agent right now, so he can still make an appearance.
I think he wants to come to WWE. Like he wants to be where Shinsuke is doing what he's doing.
Gilla too. Yeah.
It's Tamatanga.
And you know the funny thing is?
Yeah, Tamatanga.
You know the funny thing is? WWE ain't spoiled nothing this year. They ain't spoiled nothing this year.
They didn't even give us before the match.
So we don't know
what's going to happen. Four women, so we don't know what's going to happen there. So Yolanda says, talking about everybody earlier, taking something, all of them, but I like the new looks. Absolutely. McCoffey over here talking about some Enzo Amore.
Oh my God.
Bruh,
if Enzo shows up, Tampa ain't gonna have no roof on the baseball stadium no more.
Right. Yolanda says Trinity is coming back to WWE. She also says not sure about the boss. It might be a package deal, though. That may be a package deal.
I'm just
Mandy
saying.
Rose, right? Mandy Rose. Could
Right.
Mandy Rose make a surprise appearance at the Rumble?
And Mandy Rose. Okay, if Mandy Rose.
What about?
Hold on. If Mandy Rose
could.
come back, forget him having his fun with Jacob Fatu showing up. I'm gonna have my fun if Mandy Rose come back. I'm gonna have my fun if Mandy Rose come back.
You think you the only one gonna have fun if Mandy Rose come back?
I'm just saying. Mandy
Just
Rose come back.
now.
Speaking of which, we are
supposedly
going ahead,
MJF is supposed to be there.
Let's go ahead and talk about the women's Royal Rumble because
Is he a free agent?
Supposedly MJF is a free agent. So what I think he's going back to AEW, but I think his contract's over and he wanted to heal. So I think he's got like a little window and it just happens to line up with the Royal Rumble. So we may see him at the Royal Rumble. I think it's going to be 2 or 3 guys we're going to see. There's going to be one-offs, but we're going to see him in the Royal Rumble. And I think he's one of them.
So this is what I'm going to do here. We're going to talk about the women's Royal Rumble.
Let's go.
I'm going to let all y'all get 2 picks because we have 30 women in there. So we get 2 picks.
Oh, we know about 4, though. We got before to pick from.
30 women. We threw some names out there that might show up. We don't know for sure. You get 2 picks. Cool? We'll go with you first. You get 2 picks.
I'm going to go Bailey for one of my picks because it would just be fitting for her to win the Royal Rumble, choose Rhea Ripley, and then get decimated and then get kicked out of Damage Control. That would be a wonderful end to Bailey and Damage Control. So I'm going to pick Bailey for that reason. It's hard to say because they haven't really picked a lot of women. But I mean, we only got 4 that we know, so I ain't gonna be greedy and steal 2 of them. So I'll go Mickie James, right? Because she's not anywhere else. Her husband's the GM of SmackDown. So her sliding in for the Royal Rumble and getting a win, to kick her off her last leg of championship possibility, it wouldn't be bad.
He went Mrs. Aldis.
I went Mrs. Aldis. Mickie James herself. Yes, sir.
For his second pick. Wow. Okay. Wise. You get 2 picks.
2 picks. Jade. They want to start off.
He got Jade coming in on fire.
That wouldn't be a bad one.
He got Jade coming in on fire. Okay.
Jade would be one. And I like that one, Yolanda. I like that one,
Yolanda, too. I was wrestling between that one and Mickie James.
I like that one.
If Mrs. Punk show up tonight.
Yeah, I like that pick. Oof.
Okay, look. If
Damien says Bailey and Nia Jax. Okay. Yolanda says, just so everybody see AJ Lee's surprise return.
If AJ Lee returns,
well, I'm gonna call her AJ Brooks.
Ain't gonna be no rundown for Monday show because if AJ Lee come back, he ain't gonna be no rundown for the show because that's just it.
And my other one would probably be Trinity.
Okay.
FKA Naomi.
Damien comes in talking about karma.
She retired though.
She said, given her knowledge, to know they was married. Yeah, AJ Lee and Phil Brooks. I'm gonna start calling her AJ Brooks. They married.
Wow. Hey. Wow. Okay then. I guess I'm gonna be that guy. I guess I'm gonna be that guy.
Go ahead. We set you up, so have at it. I know one of your picks.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already writing it down. I'm the man. I'm sorry. I'm picking the man. That's one of my picks. I'm picking the man. Like from what I'm seeing, what WWE's doing, and how everything's been flowing, they're trying to make Philly ridiculously memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Who's one of the most memorable women in wrestling right now? The man. Despite her slip-ups lately. There's no bigger women wrestling than Becky Lynch right now. outside of money. And then my second one, I got two options. Do I pick with my head or do I pick with my heart? First, I said my heart. I'm pretty sure Cool can figure out who the heart is. The head right now is saying, "Ooh." You know, my other pick, I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna go with my heart. So why, if you don't know who my heart is, that would be the EST of WWE.
When he said his heart, I was like, he gonna go with his heart. I know who he's going with.
We know he's a big Bianca fan. We know this.
Yeah. So Yolanda says Mickey James.
Oh, she meant Nick and Nicky James.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't really. Okay, I see now. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Aldis and Mickey James are married.
Yep. And then Anthony says who's number one. They're not. They keep it under the vest. We ain't gonna know until it happens. They're not doing.
I tell you this
the
though.
last few years.
I know. I tell you this. I tell you. I'll guess who number 2 is.
I know who's in the top 5 for sure.
Oh, I know who's in the top 5 for sure.
Yeah, I know who's in the top 5 for sure. His name is Bailey.
Yeah, and I'm guessing I'm taking your pick at number 2. I think she comes out to start the match. I'm saying Bailey is either, I ain't saying she won, but she is at least 2.
I think she might be in the top 5 because they may not want to start the match with her because it's not really about making her look strong, right? I think 1 and 2, one of those people are going to go to distance.
Becky be 1. I think Becky will be number 1.
Becky will be the number 1.
The reason why I said it is the look on her face was like, this.
Yeah. That's why I say I think she's in the top 5.
You can remember they did all the promos, and then if Booker was one, now Bailey gets the pick.
Yeah, it's early. She early for sure.
Yeah, I was saying, but like, damage control's on the road, and I would say Bailey get that number is like really. I don't. Everything that's been going my way, and this is what the universe do to me. This is one of the new faces she had. That's what I'm saying. I'm guessing she 2.
I feel like she's top 5, but I can feel where you're coming from. She could be 1 because 1 and 2 there's no difference, right? If you're 1 or you 2, you still screwed.
Unless you mommy.
Well,
she started at 1 and went the whole distance.
Only mommy always comes out on top. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So Yolanda says EST.
Oh, my sister.
EST.
She know I love
Bianca. Anthony says Oscar number 1. I don't even think she might not even be in it.
She's in it.
I mean, she probably is because they ain't. That's right. She did. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking because they won the tag team championships, but you know how they do. You got to be.
That's a possibility. Being that as part of the TKO family,
yep,
could be a possibility.
You can show up at the end of the Fatal 4-Way.
Because this is one of the years that WWE has not let nothing leak out, so we don't know nothing,
and that's good. And then Yolanda says Bailey number 1, and then Ryan says Bex goes 1 or 2 and goes wire to wire.
I think that's a possibility. That's a big possibility.
It is a big possibility.
All right, now.
But I was trying to go outside of my second one outside of.
I know
the men's Rumble match. And by the way, I mean, I lied. Look, they did drop one little nugget. Ladies and gentlemen, the men's Royal Rumble is most likely the main event tonight, not Roman Reigns.
That was, honestly, that was the clearest thing to me. My expectation was the 2 regular matches and then the 2 Rumbles. That was my expectation.
I think the women's going to kick off the show.
No,
you think so?
No, I think the U.S. titles kicks it off. Then the women
should kick it off.
Then the women's Rumble, and then Roman Reigns title defense, and then the men's Rumble.
You might be right. Why? Because if you do the U.S. title first, Logan Paul or Kevin Owens can find a way back in the Rumble.
Yes.
They get some time, heal up, do what they got to do, and get back and get ready for the Rumble. I like you thinking, wise.
The only reason why I said the World Heavyweight Championship would I'm just gonna call it the Universal Championship match next, is because same thing. You give them the whole Women's Rumble to quote unquote recuperate and be part of the Royal Rumble, because I think.
But I don't think they're gonna do back-to-back Rumbles though. That's my thing.
I mean, I agree. I was just, that's the only reason why I said that they may do that. That was my thought process.
So, men's Rumble match, Mr. Wise.
Raquel, number one. I like that. Raquel Rodriguez.
Mr.
Isn't
Wise.
she out with injury though? Well, she's back.
She might be back by now.
She might be back because she's been gone for like a month or two.
She's been gone for a minute, and she should be around the time to come back. But you know how they hide this stuff now, which I like. I mean, don't tell me everything. Let me be surprised.
It wasn't really that serious of an injury either.
Nah.
It was more on the lines of a storyline injury that's take some time off.
So what, we gonna pick 2 again?
Yep, we picking 2.
AP says the Miz number 1.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I know what number. Well, I know what number our truth is. I just know that.
What number is our truth?
Our truth 19. Those of you who didn't catch on to what he was talking about, our truth was number 19.
Yes, sir.
He talking about. Do that mean I got a quarantine?
Okay, Damien.
No, like no.
Let's go. I would say my first pick. My first pick will be do I want to go with my heart? This is a hard one to choose from, man. There's so many worthy. Like, you got Drew, you got Cody, you got CM Punk, you got main event Jey Uso. You got a lot of good names in there, man.
That's why I'm giving you 2.
I'm going with my heart in my head.
I'm going with Cody. My first pick. And then that's my heart pick right there, Cody. And then I think Drew. Drew's my second pick.
Drew McIntyre.
I like this new Drew. This more all about me, Drew.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, and the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre. Cool.
So I have to I have the same heart pickings wise, and that's Cody Rhodes. My heart says Cody again, back to back. You got to get him some accolades. If he's not gonna actually, win, you at least got to give him some accolades. He's probably not gonna win, even if he does. So I wanted to talk about something real quick after I give you my head pick. My head pick is CM Punk. He's coming back. Made a lot of fuss. He wants Rollins. Even if Rollins is not a champ, he's going to want the belt. CM Punk is the kind of guy you can come in and get a belt to, and people will be okay with it, or at least fight for it, and people will be okay with it. Now, the reason I say Cody is let me paint another quick picture. Rock comes out. He gets in Roman Reigns' face. They're setting it up for WrestleMania. Cody wins the Royal Rumble. Who is Cody going after?
Roman Reigns.
So what do we have at WrestleMania?
Triple threat match.
Yes, sir. And then you still can get Phil Brooks or whoever you want to fight Seth Rollins or Damian Priest if he's champ by Elimination Chamber or something, right? So just another thought to throw out there, y'all.
So we got 2 for Cody. Then we have a Punk and we have a McIntyre. So cool. I gotta agree with you with CM Punk. He came back. I mean, he has to be in your top 3 to win. Mm-hmm. He has to be in the top 3. Mm-hmm. So, gotta get Punk in there. Here's the crazy part, and Wise, I don't know if you know this, but Cool knows this. How much I want Cody to finish that story.
No, I'm more than I do, but about the same amount, yeah.
Like, Cool knows how much I want Cody to finish that story. The problem is because we still got February, which is Elimination Chamber. We got all of March, even though there's no Premier Live event in March before we get to Mania. You can make a very, and I do mean very, very strong case for Gunther to win the Royal Rumble. Even though he is the Intercontinental Champion.
I think that's the reason why I'm not picking him.
So I gotta.
I mean, you can make a strong case.
So I gotta consider Gunther. I have to. But I want Cody to finish that during story, so I'm being naive and picking Cody. I want Cody to finish that story. I really want Cody to finish that story.
So we got 3 Cody, 2 CM Punk, and a Drew McIntyre.
So here's the question, though.
Damian says Cody 1 and Rock 2. That's wild because Rock is not getting there. He don't have to do that. He just called a shot.
You really can.
Damian also says I don't want a triple threat. Here's why you're gonna get a triple threat, Damian. We can't have Cody lose again, or fans are gonna riot like myself. You can't have Roman lose because you want him to beat Hulk Hogan's record. So who could take a pin and it doesn't? Who can eat the pin and it doesn't even matter?
Rock.
That's why you're gonna get a triple threat. And then Yolanda says Bobby and Cody, which I like Bobby as well, but again, the problem I have is they don't go outside of the storylines and elevate somebody. He's in this little thing with this Final Judgment little, emo group. So I think he got.
You don't like Final Testament, do you?
I mean, they're fine, but they are emo. They are an emo group. I mean, they are. Because Karrion Kross is like the ultimate evil emo guy.
He is, but man, here's my question. When I remember I said it for the men's World Rumble. WWE is in a crosshairs, okay? Because usually in this generation in time of wrestling, you usually don't get somebody who loses that big match that everybody wants to win. And then a year later, people are still want him to finish that match, like we are with Cody. Can you keep? Cause from what you saying, cool. Can you keep that steam long enough if Cody don't win the Royal Rumble and he's not part of WrestleMania?
Exactly. Because you got 2 groups. You have one group of people that's like, oh, but then you can have a lot more people that's like, right? There'll be way more people like that. That's what's gonna be.
So it's tough. Wise, what you think? Can WWE survive if Cody's not part of the main event of WrestleMania to keep people intrigued for the story to finish?
Yes, depending on how you do it. It depends on how you do it. Saying, if you have it where Cody and CM Punk maybe fight night 1, could be the main event for night 1. Who knows? That's to kind of, we don't know what's going to go happen on with Seth, so we don't know if Seth is going to be if that title is going to be defended at WrestleMania. So you could always protect yourself by going CM Punk and Cody at WrestleMania. But again, it's my heart pick, and I really want Cody to win at WrestleMania. That for me would be the culmination, especially so. Say Cody wins, right? It doesn't necessarily have to go pick the tribal chief, even though we know he can finish the story with the tribal chief, whatever. But Seth being injured, maybe Cody might have to take it off of Damian Priest at WrestleMania. Who knows?
It has to be the tribal chief because there's no bigger way to end the story than beating the guy who's literally dominated wrestling for 4 years.
True. So, but the only way not having him in the main event is, again, like I said, he has to go up against CM Punk or something.
Cool.
That wouldn't even do it for me. That wouldn't even do it for me. No, that's not gonna do it. Cody against Damian Priest or CM Punk? No. No.
But if you want Roman Reigns to knock Hogan out of the books, right? So then that gives Cody the opportunity to win it at SummerSlam.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You talking May, June, July. You talking another 4 months. Can the people, the WWE universe, wait another 4 months to SummerSlam for Cody to finally knock out Roman? You see what I'm saying? That's another extra 4 months, and you know that steam is losing. You muted. Cool, you muted. So that's my thing. Like, I would say WWE's in the crossroads here because you set it up last year, and everybody was on board for Cody to knock it off. You kept it on Roman.
Yeah.
Now, usually when that happens, the steam is gone. People are moving on to something else. But they have stayed with Cody for a whole nother year. And he's not even a part of that championship match at WrestleMania. And you gonna tell him to wait?
Yeah,
till
that's.
SummerSlam?
I feel like he's got to be part of the match. He doesn't have to win because, like I said, if he doesn't take the pin, then I think you can satiate the rabid fan base like me.
All right. McCarthy says Punk wins Rumble, takes on Rollins. Cody wins Elimination Chamber and goes on to face the winner of Rock and the Ring. So he's saying Reigns and the Rock is happening at Elimination Chamber, and Cody faced the winner at Mania.
Ooh.
It's not a big enough stage to bring the Rock back.
But we did talk about that last show, and like they are going to Australia, so you know how they are when they go outside the country.
Yeah, they could do it for that. They could, but I feel like if you're doing between that and the Super Bowl of the WWE, you want to Rock at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And plus, if Cody gets in the main event and loses again, that's just as bad as him not being there. Like the only way that they would be successful is if you kayfabe Cody's hurt and he can't compete. If he's there and he's competing and he's not competing for the WWE Championship and then he loses again, I can tell you, we riot.
That's why I threw that question out there. So, hey, there you got our pick. So, it's a clean sweep for Mr. Logan Paul to retain his title tonight. A clean sweep for the Tribal Chief to stay on top of the wrestling mountain. Cool McCain says either Bayley wins or the surprise appearance of Miss Aldis herself, Mickie James, takes the Women's Royal Rumble. Mr. Y says either Jade Cargill comes in blazing fire and shock everybody, or the return of AKA Naomi gets right back into the main event picture. First day back on the job. Me,
main event Trinity Fatu.
Me personally, I'll be that guy that goes the simple route. Give me Becky Lynch, the man, and give me the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. For the men's, Mr. Cool McCain says the American Nightmare or Straight Edge. Wise also says American Nightmare, but he throws in the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre into the mix. And with me, I'm saying that's Cool McCain, Straight Edge, or American Nightmare. All right. Wise, any final thoughts before we get ready to get to the Rumble?
No, I'm doing very well today, man. Doing good. it's been a good week as far as current sport. So
Yeah, congratulations to your Knicks.
yes, thank you. I didn't want to
I knew
mention
where
it.
you, I knew where you was going.
I ain't
Oh,
want to
great win,
mention.
man.
I ain't want to
Yeah,
mention it.
great win, man.
Oh no,
I
I'm
knew
talking
where
about
you
we
was.
had a
Y'all
great
might
win
not
today
know.
as well. We had
Yeah,
another
where you
great
was
win
going.
today.
yeah,
We had
yeah.
another
Some
great
great
win
wins.
today. We
Yeah,
spanked
they
Miami.
they smacked Miami. They
I
smacked
just want to
Miami in
let
the
people
second
know.
half.
Yeah, I just want to know how let people know how bad that they spanked the Denver Nuggets. I felt like that it was child abuse. I felt like there should be charges filed by the Denver
But
Nuggets.
listen, it was unexplained. It was explained. It was good because you know what, you guys came. It was at the end of a long road trip. Yeah, it was great. It was a statement win for us. This one and the one we just got earlier today as well. But yeah, man, it's a good week. It's a good week.
Penelope, all I can say, hilarious. Tag team match: Vince and Laurinaitis versus Woods and Maddox. You know your history. You know why they put that there. Hilarious.
I have no comment.
So I probably, what's the largest number? Quintillion. I quintillion% disagree with Damien.
I do too.
Quintillion. Um, McCoffee says later, have fun watching the Rumble.
Thank
Appreciate you
you,
for hopping
Ryan.
in
Thank
with
you for
us, Mr.
joining us.
McCoffee.
Usually, so ladies and gentlemen, it's here. The
Yep.
road
And
to Philadelphia.
I want to remind y'all
Cool
one
Kings.
thing before we get out of here. I just want to remind y'all one thing.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
That's what we're gonna see.
Road to Cool McCain Stadium, which is Lincoln Financial Field, begins tonight.
Yes,
Which
it does.
star will punch their ticket to Lincoln Financial Field? We will find out tonight. We will see what surprises WWE has for us tonight. And would they swerve us in one of these two championship matches? It's going to be a fun one. The road to WrestleMania is here and we're ready to go. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back Monday. Normal time. Which is actually a great
Damien, no, but there's several different places that are streaming, but we're not. All right, good people. As always, tell two your friends before your enemies. Just because they don't like you doesn't mean they won't like us. And we out.
Peace.
Oh, Playmaker, I forgot any last words before we go.
No. Enjoy the show. We'll talk to y'all Monday to recap it all and get ready for the fallout.
And a little impact in AEW. Let's go.